see those lines in the sky? Something has been in that sky, and you know what it is, right? It's a contrail. A contrail are the ice crystals and smoke and all the gases that come out of a plane when they travel throughout the sky. And if you do a little digging, you will find that Orville and Wilbur Wright, two brothers, who are credited with having the first airplane that was able to make a significant journey, tested at Kitty Hawk in North Carolina, right by the beautiful Atlantic Ocean in the early 1900s. They knew a lot about what would make planes go, and they put their laws of what they learned at the bicycle shop working for their dad, laws of motion, into practice. They had a dream and they followed it. These are contrails. Now over here, Miss Beale did an experiment on Easter Saturday. Now I've never planted things in the rain before, and this is going to sound kind of crazy, but these potatoes started sprouting in our kitchen, and I thought, you know what, I wonder if I can grow some potato plants. So guess what? I cut them and I put what the eye of the potato is in the ground, and it looks like we have several coming. And there may be more. I'm going to have to keep my eyes open and see if there are more. Miss Beale loves roses, especially antique roses. This one hasn't opened yet. This is Joseph's coat. Just like Joseph in the Bible had a coat of many colors, this one is going to change between orangey peach color to yellow before it gets old and gets major pinky. We have some mountain mint, and we have some iris. And I probably showed you not too long ago my garden that now has squash and cucumbers and tomatoes and zucchini and another kind of squash, spaghetti squash, a pepper that my friend gave me. It's going to be a green pepper, some dwarf tomatoes, some heirloom tomatoes. Something came and ate my marigolds. I put some marigolds out here to keep the bugs away, and something decided they would munch on those marigolds. I thought something had dug it up, but they didn't. This is what they did. They ate all the leaves and left only a little green stem. I mean, you can barely see it. So Miss Beale has made a garlic pepper spray to spray on everything to see if maybe we can keep some of these rodents away. Look, something's eating the basil. Look at those holes. You know, boys and girls, when we plant gardens, some things are going to like to eat it. Everything is not just always perfect and rosy all the time. We need to learn how to work with that. This is a rose called Ballerina. I'm sure that some of you love to dance. And then here is that big amaryllis that finally opened up. On our last garden video, it was in bud, and now it has opened. The scarlet bottle brush is in full bloom. Hummingbirds, bumblebees, and all kinds of creatures that like bright red things are attracted. And we want some pollinators for our garden. Now let me show you what's around the corner. This is Belinda's Dream. This is Mr. Mike's favorite rose in our house. It's just a shrub rose, but it puts out and puts out and puts out, and it'll continue to repeat bloom. These are some iris that I brought from my granddaddy's Tennessee house when he was living down here to Alabama where we are. And the iris, which is the state flower of Tennessee, are opening up. Right here, Miss Beale has more chocolate mint than humans should be allowed to have, and it smells so good you can rub the leaves. Over here is something new. This is a little bed I made that has pretty snapdragons. Let's show you those snapdragons. They'll speak to you. Now they come in many colors, but Miss Beale has a lot of red and white. So let's talk to the friends, Mr. Snapdragon. Let's see. We want to show the boys and girls how you open your mouth. Hello, boys and girls. Hello, how are you? Maybe you can help us grow at Oasis K. We have some beautiful swamp iris. They like it a little boggy. They're starting to multiply. Now let me show you something else that's way cool. Boys and girls, this is an antique rose called gardenia, which is a funny name for it because a gardenia is its own flower. And it actually looks a lot like this before it opens up. That is what a gardenia looks like many, many times. Let's get a little bit closer there. Yeah. So a friend of mine got a sprig of this antique rose at Old Alabama Town in Montgomery many years ago. She rooted it, gave me a piece that was probably, a foot long is all. And look at the monster that it is now. Look. And you know, God is a lot like this. We can give him the tiniest little bit of something special, and he can take it and multiply it and make it into something marvelous. And that's what he's done. And this pink one right in the middle is called Lavender Lassie. And you know, Lassie was a famous dog on an American TV show, but Lassie is also the Scottish word for little girl. So we have our lads and our lassies. One more thing. There is a company in California called Free Heirloom Seeds, and if you will send them just a small donation to cover postage, they will send you free seeds to try to plant. So this is a cucumber gathering. This is called Market More 76 Cuke. And I need you to know, friends, there were 13 seeds in the pack, and let's see how many have come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 out of the 13 have come up. That's a pretty good return on seeds. So I'm excited. They also sent me some lime basil because that's what I asked for. Some lemon basil. Now, my shadow may be casting hard for you to see, but there's some tiny, tiny green coming up. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's green. And then the tomato plants that my friend gave to me are looking swell and happy. And then here is our great experiment right here. Miss Beal usually buys plants and raises them from plant instead of directly from seed, but let's see what God does. That's the thing with gardening, with adventuring. We have strawberry marigold, spicy glow basil, lavender, and then some sweet basil over here, and you can see the green coming up. Looking for green, tiny green. See him, little tiny, tiny basil. And so part of me is rather ornery, and I dare whatever is eating that other basil to bother this new that's going to be put out. Friends, when you come to Oasis Cay, we want to grow food. We want to grow herbs. We want to grow flowers that will bless people that are hungry, that will bless people that are lonely, and the job is just too big for one person. Your help is so needed. So today, whatever is in your own backyard, celebrate it. We as Americans have so much space, so much resource compared to much part of the world. And if we will walk with a spirit of thankfulness and gratitude and be grateful for the many blessings in our life, we will become the kind of people that give glory to God. And of course, that's what we're here to do. Everything comes from Him, so what we give back to Him is our gift to Him. Love you guys. See you next time. And until then, enjoy your own backyard.